The president to say this evening. So we spoke to the ANC in the previous hour, we spoke to the DA, and we also spoke to the UDM. In this hour, in this interview, let's cover some more political parties. We've got from the APC, Themba Godi. Themba, good to have you. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
All right. Also from the ACDP, Kenneth Meshwe. Welcome. Nice to have you with us.
It's a pleasure to be with you.
An absolute pleasure. And of course, from COPE, Mr. Mosiwe Lekota. Good to have you. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning, dear, and good morning to the listeners.
It's an absolute pleasure. Right, big day for South Africa. It always is a big day when it's the state of the nation. But today, obviously, there's a lot of expectations for the president. What are your expectations?
Well, I think central to everything should be issues that have to deal with the welfare of the people. Unemployment, poverty, inequality. I think these are, at the end of the day, the most critical elements without which every other thing loses its meaning and sense. So the expectation of the APC is that, especially with the economic downturn, we should be talking more about how do we ensure that our economy turns around so that our people can have their livelihoods.
All right, it's a big, it seems to be the top of the agenda, and this is the unemployment. Every political party we've spoken to right now, do you share the same sentence? I imagine you would.
Well, definitely. We are all concerned about the economy that is performing so poorly that rather than the economy creating jobs or the atmosphere being conducive for job creation, it is not happening. We have many graduates who are looking for jobs and who cannot find any jobs anywhere. And because people are not working, poverty is increasing. Many people are going to bed hungry, and we are looking at what the president is going to say. That will be different. That will ensure that even investors, potential investors, they develop confidence in South Africa. Look at South Africa as an investor-friendly country so that jobs can be created. Because without jobs being created, South Africa does not have much hope. We are going to see revolt in the streets. We are going to see young people protest violently all the time. And we want to see this come to an end. And one of the best things that can happen is for the president to give a speech that will say to South Africans, surely, jobs will be created because we are creating the atmosphere that will be conducive for investments, both for domestic investors and for foreign investors.
Let's move on to COPE now, and I would imagine you wouldn't want to reiterate what the previous parties have said, because it seems like everybody is focusing in on unemployment, getting jobs as well. Is there anything else that you would like to hear from the president?
Well, the most important thing at this point in time is to inspire confidence in the international community. South Africa is unable to progress because investors are not looking to South Africa as a destination to which they can take their capital. This is not the time for words. It's the time for action. President Zuma has lost the confidence of the people of our country because of his own actions. If you look at the events of the court case a few days ago, everything that was said there is just how he has trampled underfoot the constitution of our country. One of the major steps that he can do and do the favor to the country is to resign from this position. If not, the ruling party must take steps to relieve the nation of the trauma of sitting with a leader incapable of helping the people, but at the same time unable himself to realize his own weaknesses in this regard. I say it's not the time for words, it's the time for action. We have advised the president times without number, reduce the size of government, for goodness sake, cut down on the size of the bureaucracy, and release resources so that we can address the needs of the ordinary people of the country. This is the time for action. And I'm afraid he is not going to do that. There is nothing to suggest that he's going to talk in this direction. So we'll hear the old story again of words, but no action, no steps taken. Actually, and this is a very sad thing to say.
Actually, I think what might be easier for him than step down is to apologize to the nation. The president emphatically said he will never pay a cent on the upgrades in Nkandla that had nothing to do with security. He was advised by a number of political parties, including the ACDP, that the recommendations made by the public protector are correct. Pay back something so that this matter can be closed. And he said, I will not. And rather than acceding to the advices, what did he do? He started a number of investigations. He instituted investigations. Money was wasted with those investigations. And his legal team also failed to advise him properly. So we believe the best thing for him to say is to say to the public, I made a mistake, I apologize, give me another chance. And also fire his legal team that has been ill-advising him so that his credibility can now be restored. As you know, people are now talking about Zuma must fall. And why they say that is because they've lost confidence in the president. There's nothing that will be more powerful than to say, nation, I am sorry, I made a mistake, give me another chance. And South Africans are understanding. They will give him another opportunity.
Well, it's going to be an interesting evening, whichever way you look at it. And a very quick final note, please. We've got to wrap the interview.
I have to make this rejoinder. When any of the citizens of our country transgresses the law, we don't say they must apologize and go again. The Constitution says if the president transgresses the Constitution or commits a serious violation of the law, he must vacate office. We can't make an exception. When poor, ordinary citizens commit crimes, they pay the price. And the first citizen of this country must pay the price.
No, I agree. You must pay.
He must pay.
All right. Gentlemen, let's leave it there for this morning. There you can see some of the opinions of the political parties that are going to be present in Parliament this evening as President Jacob Zuma stands up to deliver the State of the Nation address. Let's have a look at that theme once again, the theme that this year is following up on our commitments to the people. And certainly from all of the political parties that I've spoken to, it's the people that need to be at the center of this particular State of the Nation address. How are we going to see action that's going to help South Africans? Gentlemen, thank you. Thank you for today, and we'll see you later on this evening. All right, let's take a break. We'll see you after this.